What vintage series can you go to find just crazy value today? And I mean, we're talking like significantly rarer than the modern issue Silver Eagles that we all love so much. Well, if you've been with me on a coin show before, you know one of my true loves is that Franklin series. So let's go there, shall we? Now, the Franklin half-dollar series was introduced in 1948. It replaced the Walking Liberty half-dollar, which is actually the coin designed for our Silver Eagle today. Now, the series is only a 16-year series, ending in 1963, and then the Kennedy came out in 64, and can you believe the Kennedy's been out there for 60 years? So this short series, the shortest of all the half-dollars, 16 years. Philadelphia struck one every single year. Denver struck 14 coins between 1948 and 1963, and San Francisco struck 5. So the total number of Franklins are 35 coins. Now, the Franklin half-dollar itself, if you look at history, coin history, he is the first non-president, real person, ever put on a U.S. coin for circulation. We had the Lincoln cent, right, in 09. We had the Jefferson nickel in 38. We had the Roosevelt dime in 46. We had the Washington quarter in 32. We had no dollar in circulation. And the half dollar, well, it became the Ben Franklin, the Franklin half dollar. One of our greatest founding fathers, scientist, diplomat, to a point where when you see the reverse, you notice there's no eagle like we had with the Walking Liberty half dollar or with the Barber half dollar before that or the Seated Liberty half dollar before that. And the reason is because he wanted the turkey as our national symbol, more wholesome, but they put the eagle small at about 3 o'clock, but they made the independence and his founding father status the main theme, the Liberty Bell on the reverse. Great little story. So what are we talking about here? We have two coins that are quite special. In 1955 and 1956, there was only one Franklin half-dollar struck each year. San Francisco stopped making Franklins in 1954, and they never made another half-dollar after that for circulation. They did not make any Ds until 1957. So one coin each year, 1955 and 1956. The 55 you're seeing right now in front of you is the lowest minted Franklin in the entire series, all 35 coins, 16, 14, and 5, as I referenced earlier. 56 in the top 5 for low mintage. Both of them very special. Now, the phones are already busy. When our Franklins come up, especially at these prices, it goes crazy. Remember, AVC coins will be there. We have many other Franklins, so check us out. A lot of good stuff online, as well as these two special pieces right here, right now on the air. Let's just cut to the chase, shall we? My competition sells this coin, the 55, in a capsule, uncirculated, for $84. I'm 5 grades higher, certified. And I'll tell you how significant that is in a minute. For less. They're at $59.50 on the 56. Same story. Now, 64s. We talk about in collecting, and others have referenced it. You might have heard the phraseology before, but it's the 1% club in coins, or any collectible, really, when it comes down to it. That is, what grade with independent certification out there do you have to be to have 99% of the coins known on the planet be lesser grade? Right? Who doesn't want to be in the 1%? And in collectibles, it's pricey in a lot of series. The Franklin, affordable, as you can see. Both of these coins are way inside of those numbers. Here are the numbers. They made 2.4 million 1955s, and they made 4 million 56s, as I referenced number 1 and number 5 on the depth chart for rarity, how few were made. But then you have 35 years of NGC doing what they do for us, independent certification, verifying the grade. And they're at 12,500 and 13,400 respectively. Way under. We're talking like 0.5%, 0.3% respectively. A half of 1%. So 64 is the grade in the Franklin series, and these are way under that curve. Now, we did find one of our vendors with the 56 and 64. 64 grade, like you're seeing right here. Same coin. And they were at $89.95, $40 higher. We found nobody with the 55. Doesn't startle us, shouldn't shock us, because it's the lowest minted coin in the series, and it's also, after 35 years, only 12,598 to be exact, known to exist this nice or higher. 64s and 65s and the FBLs added together. Now, the other part that's important is eye appeal. In the last 6 months, there's been a big push in the industry for eye appeal. And you might have seen pluses next to a lot of prices. And that is because there's a 15 to a 20% premium for a coin that looks that nice, no matter what the grade. Because we understand that the grade is the technical grade of what's on the coin. Scratches or no scratches, etc., right? Colorization, which can be oxidation with the air around you, and if this is on a piece of red felt, let's just say, and it was humid where you stored it, you might see the felt with the moisture in the air transfer onto the coin, and you'll see some red hues on the coin. Or if it's in an original roll, which might be a yellow wrapper, which was very popular for most of this time in history, you might see a yellow ring around the outside, right? That's just natural. Doesn't take away from the grade, technically. Now, somebody asks always, why are there so few Franklins certified high grade? And here's kind of the story that makes sense to me, and it's pretty factual as well. What happened in 1980? Silver goes to what? $50 an ounce. What was the last large silver series? I mean, silver dollars ended in 35. The Kennedy was only 1 year. The Franklin was 16 years. Silver at $50 an ounce means these melted at 20, and I was one of those idiots that melted coins back then as well. Just, again, I had my albums full, I had my quality coins saved, so I'm just melting the miscellaneous stuff. Why wouldn't I? I put it aside for 50 cents, and now it's worth 20 bucks. And then after that is when NGC opened their doors. So just available coins diminished because of the melts in general. It happened again in the last decade. So let's bring this home, shall we, guys? Let's put a 30-second clock up if we can. We're down to like single digits on both of them. They always fly. And again, our certified prices for some of the finest stuff known on the planet. Published information for you to see. Not hidden for dealers or, you got to pay a fee to see the numbers. It's free information. Lets us all know what's going on. And when you're only 12,500 and 13,400 known to exist, I mean, there's not a silver eagle that has that low of a number, and you can't find a silver eagle with that low of a number that's under a couple $100. So talk about value at $49.95. This one, all about that. You got to give us a call.